Hi everyone, good morning. So today we are going to look at the solutions of our FE2 exam. So let's start. In question number one is x minus 3 is equals to 5. Here I have to find the value of x. So step one is what we'll do, we will take the 3 on the other side of the equation. As I do it, the sign will change. So 5 plus 3, x is equals to 5, 6, 7, 8. So the answer is x is equals to 8. So if you have done correctly, we'll get full marks. Then the second question is find the value of 3 raised to power 4. Since this is 3 is the base value, 4 is the exponent value, so I have to multiply 3 how many times? 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. 3 3s are 9, 9 3s are 27, 27 3s are 81. So 81 is your answer of question number 2. Let's do the question number 3. Write all the terms of each of the following algebraic expressions. So you have to tell how many terms are there in each algebraic expression. In 2x square minus 7, there are two terms. How do I know two terms? 1 and 2, which are separated by minus and plus sign. So there are only two things which are separated by minus or plus sign. So there are two terms. 3x, this is only one term. So one term is there. So that's it. Now let's go to the question number 4. Let's look at question number 4. Again here you have to solve for x. So I have to find the value of x. 2x minus half is equals to minus 1 by 3. Same thing, we are going to take the constant part on the other side. So minus 1 by 3, minus will become plus 1 by 2. So I'll write 3 properly here. 2x. You have to do fraction addition over here. So we will take the LCM 6. 3 2s are 6, so minus 2, 2 3s are 6, 3. So it will come 1 by 6. So 2x is equals to 1 by 6. Now what I have to do, I have to eliminate the coefficient of x so that I get x on one side. So if I remove 2 from my LHS side, it would be 1 by 6 into 2, which will give me 1 by 12. Okay. So that's the thing. Here what I have done, in case if you have difficulty to understand, I have done 1 by 6. Since 2 is in multiplication, so if I take 2, it would be in division, divided by 2. So 2 by 1, if I write it like this, it would be 1 by 6 divided into 1 by 2. So it would be 1 by 12. So if you look at like this, you can, if you want to solve it like this, you can think about it like this also. Okay. Otherwise, you can directly take 2 in the denominator and do it. Now, question number 4, second part. Let's see how we have to do. 8 2x minus 5 minus 6 3x minus 7 is equals to 1. This is a tricky question. So first of all, our step 1 is to open the brackets if there are any. So I can see that there are brackets. So if I open the brackets, so I have to apply the distributive property here. So 8 will get multiplied to 2x also and 5 also. So what it would be, 8 into 2, 8 to the 16x minus 8 5s are 8 5s, 8 5s are 40. Then here I will again open the brackets here. Minus 6 into 3, 6 3s are 18. Minus into plus will give me minus. So it will give me minus 18x plus minus 18x minus 6 into minus sign 7, 7 6 of 42 plus 42, because minus into minus will give me plus 42 is equals to 1. So now my equation would be 16x minus 40 minus 18x plus 42 is equals to 1. So how we are going to do this now, I am going to group the like terms. I know 18x and 16x and minus 18x are like terms. Minus 40 and plus 42 is in like terms, so I'm going to group them together. So 16x minus 18x plus 42 minus 40 is equals to 1. So 16x minus 18x will give me minus 2x. Here it will give me plus 2 is equals to 1. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, y minus 2x I've written because 18 is a bigger number. 18 has minus sign, so 2x will also have minus sign. 42 minus 40, here 2 plus. Okay, now what I'm going to do, minus 2x is equals to 1. I'm going to take 2 on the other side of the equation. It would be minus 2. 1 minus 2 will give me minus 1 minus 2x. X will be minus 1 divided by minus 2, which will be half. So x value is half. I hope this is clear what we are doing here. I'm taking 2 on the other side of the equation. The sign will change, plus will change into minus 2, and here I will 1 minus 2 will give me minus 1. Minus 2, I have to eliminate the coefficient of x, so minus 2 is in multiplication. If I take it on the other side, it will be in division. That's why minus 1 divided by minus 2. Okay, let's move to the next question now, which is question number 5th. Let's see, question number 5th. Yes. So question number 5th is express the number as a product of powers of their prime factors. This we have done in the class. So you have to write 675 as the product of their prime factors. So to do that, your first step is to do the prime factorization of 675. 5 ones are 5, 5 2s are 5 3 are 15, 5 5s are 25. Again, it's divisible by 5 because last digit is 5, 5 2s are 10, 5 7s are 35. Now it is not divisible by 5, it's not divisible by 2 because last digit is not an even number. So I'll check with 3, 7 plus 2 will give me 9. So yes, it is divisible by 3. So I'll divide it by 3. 3 nines are 27. Again, this is divisible by 3. 3 threes are 9. 3 1. So my answer is 675 is equals to. Wait. Let me write it in a better way. So 675 is equals to 5 into 5 into 3 into 3 into 3. How many times I am multiplying 5? 2 times. So the power will be 2. How many times I am multiplying 3? 3 times. So power will be 3. So finally my answer is 5 square into 3 square. Let's look at the second question. 276. Let's solve for 276. It is divisible by 2 since the last digit is 2. 2 ones are 2. 2 8s are 16. 2 8s are 16. 2 9s are 18. 94. 2 4s are 8. 2 7s are 14. Let us check if it is divisible by anything else. Is it divisible by 2? No, because last digit is not an even number. Then let's check if it is divisible by 3 or not. I'm going to add the digits and check if it is divisible by 3 or not. Let's just check once again. 2 ones are 2, 2. Okay, so here we have made a mistake. So it is not 276 divided by 2 does not give you this. So 2 ones are 2, 2 threes are 6, 2 eights are 16. So it will give you 138. 2 6 are 12, 2 nines are 18. So 69 is divisible by 3, 3 twos are 6, 3 threes are 9. Is now 23, is 23 an even number? That's what we are going to check. Let's quickly check. Okay, so yes, 23 is an even number, so 23 1 1. So 276 can be written as, how will I write 276 is equals to 2 into 2 into 3 into 23. How many times 2 is getting multiplied? 2 times, so I'm going to write 2. How many times 3? 1 only, 23 also 1 only. So it can be written as 2 into 2 raised to power 2 into 3 into 23 is your answer. Okay, now let's move to the question number. Wait, guys, I'll just remove this. Yeah, let's move to the question number 6th. Question number 6th is add the following algebraic expression. So you have to add the following algebraic expression. So first question is x cube minus 2x square y plus 3xy square minus y cube is one term. Second, one algebraic expression. Second algebraic expression is 2x cube minus 5xy square plus 3x square y minus 4y cube. Okay, so these are the two algebraic expressions. What I'm going to do, I have to add both of them. So if I have to add both of them, how am I going to write x cube minus 2x, wait, minus 2x square y plus 3xy square minus y cube plus, now I will put addition operator, plus 2x cube minus 5xy square plus 3x square y minus 4y cube. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take the like terms together. So find the like terms. X cube and 2x cube are like terms, so I'm going to write them in the brackets together. X cube plus 2x cube. Is there any other term which has x cube, just x cube as its variable? No. Now let's move to the minus 2x square. Minus 2x square y. Is there any other term which has x square y as its variable? Yes, there is this term. So I'm going to group them together. So I will write minus 2x square y plus 3x square y. Now I will move to the another, wait. So I'll move to the another term, which is 3xy square. So I'm going to look at 3xy square and check if there is any other term which has xy square as its, yes, there is one term which has xy square as its variable. So I'm 3xy square and minus 5xy square are like terms. So I'm going to group them together. And at last y cube is left, so y cube and minus y cube and minus 4y cube, minus y cube and minus 4y cube are your like terms. So I'm going to write it like this. Cool. Let's move on to the next part. Since they are like terms, so what is the next term? After grouping the like terms, I'm just going to add the coefficients. So 1 plus 2x cube plus minus 2 plus 3x square y, okay, plus 3 minus 5xy square plus 1 minus 4y cube. So it would be 1 plus 2 plus 1 3x cube plus 1x square y plus minus 2xy square and minus 3y cube. This is your answer. Okay. I hope it is clear. Just to be clear, this was of the square part so that you don't get confused. Yes. This is the answer, guys. If you have done it correctly, you will get the full marks. Now let's move do the question number 6, second part. So which two algebraic expressions we have to do? Question number 6, second part is 8a minus 6ab plus 5b is your first term. First algebraic expression. Minus 6a minus ab minus 8b is your second algebraic expression. Minus 4a plus 2ab plus 3b is your third algebraic expression. So you have to add these three algebraic expressions. So how can I write it together? It would be 8a minus 6ab plus 5b plus sign because we are adding them, minus 6a minus AB minus 8B plus minus 4A plus 2AB plus 3B, right? So what I'm going, I can see that there are three variable terms here. One is which contains A, one which contains AB and one which contains B. So I'm going to group A terms together. So it is 8A minus 6A. So 8 is a like minus 6 is a like term, 8a and minus 4a. They all both three are like terms, so I'm going to group them together because they have the same variable part, which is a. Now let me find all the terms which has ab as its variable part, minus 6ab, then so minus 6ab, minus ab and 2ab. So I'm going to group them together. So it would be minus 6ab minus ab plus 2ab. Now I'm going to group them 5p terms together. 5p minus 8p and plus 3b. They all are like terms since b is the variable part. So once I group them together, it would be 5p minus 8p plus 3p. Correct? Now I'm just going to take the coefficients together and do the operations. Plus minus 6 minus 1 plus 2ab plus 5 minus 8 plus 3b which will give you 8 minus 10 will give me minus 2a. Here minus 7 plus 2 will give me minus 5ab. And here 5 plus 3, 8. 8 minus 8 will give me 0. 0 into b will give me 0. So my final answer is minus 2a minus 5ab. That is my final answer. Let's see question number 7th. Question number 7, we have to subtract the two algebraic expressions. Let's see how can we subtract these two algebraic expressions. So what are the two given algebraic expressions? So they are saying 6x cube minus 7x square plus 5x minus 3. This algebraic expression I have to subtract from 4 minus 5x plus 6x square minus 8x cube. Okay, so if I have to represent this in a mathematical form, it would be 4 minus 5x plus 6x square minus 8x cube. I have to subtract now this algebraic expression from the given one. So I will write minus operator and put a bracket here. 6x cube minus 7x square plus 5x minus 3, right? Now, if I have to open the brackets, I have to multiply this minus sign from with each term inside the bracket. Okay, so after opening the brackets, this would look like 4 minus 5x plus 6x square minus 8x cube minus 6x cube minus into minus plus 7x square minus into plus will give me minus 5x minus into minus will give me plus 3. Okay, now what I'm going to do, I'm going to group the terms together, x cube terms together. So it would be first when I say x cube terms together, it means that I'm finding all the like terms which has the variable part as x cube. So only minus 8x cube and minus 6x cube has the x cube as its variable part. So they both are like terms. So I'm going to group them together. Then I'll look for another pair of like terms. So I see 6x square and 7x square. They both are like terms, so I'll just group them together. Then I'll see minus 5x and minus 5x as its like term. So I'm going to write minus 5x plus minus 5x. Then plus 4 and plus 3 are like terms. So at last, I will write plus 4 plus 3. I'll group them together. Now, if I take their coefficients and solve it, it would be minus 8 minus 6x cube plus 6 plus 7x square plus minus 5 minus 5x plus 4, 5, 6, 7. 8, 8 plus 6 will give you minus 14x cube. 6 plus 7 will give you 13x square. Minus 5 minus 5 will give you minus 10x plus 7. This is your answer. If you have got this answer, you will get the full marks. Yeah. Now question number 8. Let's see question number 8, how to solve this. Question number 8. First, 2 raised to power 3 into 2 raised to power 4 into 2 raised to power 5. Here what we are going to do, we are going to keep the base number as it is. So in this you have to apply the formula, which is a raised to power m into a raised to power n is equals to a m plus n. So here the base number is same and they are in multiplication. So what you have to do, you have to just simply add the exponent value. So here 2 remains as it is and I just have to add the exponents value. So what are the exponents? 3 plus 4 plus 5 will give me 2 raised to power 12. So 2 raised to power 12 is my answer. Now second question is 3 raised to power 2 raised to power 5 plus 3 raised to power 4. So here first of all I would write in just in this I have to apply this property a raised to power m into n, which will give you a m into n. So here 3 raised to power 2 raised to power 5 will give me 3 5 into 2, which will give me 3 raised to power 10. Okay, so first I will get this. Now 3 raised to power 10 plus 3 raised to power 4. Can you? Okay, so it's division, not plus. My bad, guys. This is division. Okay, so once you have done this, now you know how to divide two numbers with the two numbers which has same base. So it is, you can apply a raised to power m divided by a raised to power n, which is a m minus n. It is similar to that since base numbers are same. So you just have to write 3, 10 minus 4, which will give you 3 raised to power 6 is your answer of the second part. Now let's look at the question number third. Question number third would be 5 raised to power 21 divided by 5 raised to power 13 into 5 raised to power 7. Okay, so first of all, using BODMAS rule, we have to solve the brackets. So if I solve the brackets, it would be I'm so sorry. If I have to solve the brackets, it would go like 5 raised to power 21 divided by 5 raised to power 13. You have to apply the formula a raised to power m divided by a raised to power n, which gives you a m minus n. So similarly, you have to apply the same thing here. So if I apply the same thing here, it will give me 5 raised to power 21 divided by 513 is equals to 5. 21 minus 13, which will be 5 raised to power 8. And then you write on the rest of your question. 5 raised to power 8 into 5 raised to power 7. You have to apply here the identity a raised to power m into a raised to power n, which is a m plus n. So if you apply this, it would be 5, 8 plus 7, which will give you 5 raised to power 15 is your answer. Okay, so the answer of third question is 5 raised to power 15. Let's move to the fourth question, which is 81 raised to power 5 divided by 3 raised to power 2 5. So here what we have to do, first I will just look at, so this question will be like this, right? So first let me solve the numerator. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to factorize 81. Why I'm factorizing 81? Because it's not a prime number. Secondly, I just want to write 81 in terms of power of 3 so that I can apply some formula, right? So that's why I'm doing this. 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6. 3 sevens are 21, 3 nines are 27, 3 threes are 9, 3 1. So 3 raised to power 4 is 81. So I can write 81 as 3 raised to power 4, right? And then I'll write 5 and 3 raised to power 2, 5. Now I have to apply which formula here, a raised to power m into n, which is a m into n. So both in numerator and denominator, if you apply this, it will be, your numerator will be 4 into 5, your denominator will be 2 into 5, which will give you 3, 5 fours are 20 and 3, 10. Now, since they are in division, you have to subtract the powers, which will give you 20 minus 10, which will give you 3 raised to power 10. 3 raised to power 10 is your answer. Okay, now let's look at fifth question. Fifth question is interesting and let's solve the fifth question. So fifth question is 3 raised to power 2 into 7 raised to power, let me just make it big, 7 raised to power 8 into 13 raised to power 6 into 13 raised to power 6 divided by 21 raised to power 2 into 91 raised to power 3. Okay, so this is the question. So what we are going to do in this question. So I see 21 and 91 are composite numbers, they are not prime numbers. So I'm thinking, can I write 21 in terms of 3, 7 or 13 so that I can cancel out the numerator and denominator. So I'll factorize 21. So 3 sevens are 21, 7 ones are 7. So I know 3 into 7 gives me 21. Let me do for 91 also. 91, I know 13 sevens are 91, right? 7 threes are 21. So, so now I can write this question as 3 2 into 7 raised to power 8 into 13 raised to power 6 divided by 3 into 7 ka square into 13 into 7 whole cube, which can further be written as 3 square into 7 raised to power 8 into 13 raised to power 6 divided by 3 raised to power 2, 7 raised to power 2. Now I am just opening these brackets. Okay, so it will be 13 raised to power 3 into 7 raised to power 3. Okay, now all I have to do is I have to find the terms with the same base and apply the property. So here I can see that in the first of all I will simplify the denominator. I can see that 7 square into 7 raised to power 3, same base is there, so I can add the if the base is same, so I can just add the powers. It will look like 7. So the question will be 3 square 7 raised to power 8 13 raised to power 6 divided by 3 square into 7 raised to power 5 into 13 raised to power 3. Okay, now since I've got this, what I have to do, 3 square will cancel out, or if they don't cancel out also, you can write it like this also. Okay. Here you can apply the property of division. So that means, what is that property? A raised to power m, a raised to power n is a m minus n. So here it would be 3, 2 minus 2 will give me 0, which will 3 raised to power 0, and any number with the power 0 is 1. So directly you can cancel out and get 1, or you can apply that also. 7, 8 minus 5 into 13, 6 minus 3. So the answer will be 7. 8 minus 5 will give you 3. And 13, 6 minus 3 will give you 3. So 13 raised to power 3. So your answer will be 7 raised to power 3 into 13 raised to power 3 is your answer. Understood? Now let's go to question number 10th. Question number 10th is saying simplify the following expression and find the value of x and find the value if x is equals to 2. So in this question, guys, you had to first simplify it and then put the value of x as 2. So you will get full marks only if you have simplified this. So what do I mean by simplification? It means you have to open the brackets and then simplify it and then put x as 2. So first, if I open the brackets, 4 will get multiplied to 2x and 1. So 4 2s are 8x minus 4. Plus again, similarly here also 3 gets multiplied to x and 2. So it will give me 3x minus 6 plus 11. What I'm going to do, I'm going to group the like terms together, which will be 8x plus 3x plus minus 4 plus minus 6 plus 11. So 8, 9, 10, 11, 11x minus 6 minus 4 will give me minus 10 plus 11, which will give me plus 1. So 11x plus 1 is the final expression I have. Now here I have to put x is equals to 2. So it would be 11 into 2 plus 1, which will be 22 plus 1 gives you 23 is your answer. Okay, so guys, this was question number 10th, which I had solved. I'm yet to do question number 9th. Let me do question number 9th here. So let's see question number 9th. Question number 9th is minus x plus 5y minus 2x minus 3y minus 5x. Okay, so what we are going to do, we are going to first open the innermost bracket. That's what we do. So if I open the innermost bracket, it would be, so this is curly braces. So innermost bracket, so 2x. Now this minus will get multiplied to all the terms inside. So minus into 3y will give me minus 3y, and minus into minus will give me plus 5x. Okay. Now I have to open this bracket. Okay, so if I open this bracket, this minus will get multiplied to all the terms. What it would give me? So my final answer will be minus x plus 5y minus 2x minus into minus plus 3y minus into plus minus 5x. Okay, that's what I will get. Now, since there's only plus sign outside, so I can open this bracket directly. It would be 5y minus 2x plus 3y minus 5x. Now, what I have to do, I have to group the like terms. What are the like terms here? So, like terms are minus x minus 2x minus 5x are like terms, plus 5y and plus 3y are like terms. So, I'm going to group them together. Minus x minus 2x minus 5x plus 5y plus 3y, right? Since they are like terms, I have to solve. So minus 1 minus 2 minus 5x plus 5 plus 3y, which will give me 5, 6, 7, 8 minus 8x, 5, 6, 7, 8y. 8 minus 8x plus 8y is your answer. Now let's do the question number 11th. The difference between two numbers is, so it's a word problem. So let's see what this word problem tells you. The difference between two numbers is 7. 6 times the smaller plus the larger is 77. Find the number. So they are talking about two numbers. So let the two numbers be x and y, because they both are unknown to me. So that's why I've taken two variables. Now the difference between two numbers is x 7. So x minus y is equals to 7. Can I write? Yes. 6 times the smaller. So what is my smaller number here? I'm assuming y as my smaller number, right? Because that's why if I subtract the smaller number from a bigger number, then only I get a positive number, right? So I'm assuming a smaller number as y here. So they are saying 6 times the smaller number. 6 times the smaller number plus the larger, what is my larger number? I've taken x, is 77. Okay, this is my first equation, this is my second equation, and they are what I have to find, x and y. Okay, since I know how to solve equation only in one variable, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to write I'm going to write x in terms of y. So what is x? X is 7 plus y for me, correct? If I take y on the other side of the equation, so minus y will become plus y. So can I write x as 7 plus y? If I can write that, so I'm just going to put y as x value as 7 plus y in second equation. So it would be 6y plus, because x is 7 plus y, I'm going to write 7 plus y is equals to 77, right? Now, I'm going to group the like term. 6y plus y will give me 7y is equals to 77. I'm going to take 7 on the other side of the equation. Why? Because I need to find the value of y. So I'm eliminating the constant term. So it will give me 77 minus 7 will give me 77y. 7 into y gives me 70. Y gives me 70 divided by 7, which is 10. So my value of y is 10. Okay, so if my y is 10, then what will be my x? Using this equation, I can say my x is 7 plus 10, which will be 17. Okay, that is your answer. So the two numbers are 7, 10, 10 and 17. Now let's look at the last question of this FA2, which is again a word problem. So let's look at that. Shika is 3 years younger to her brother Ravish. So there are two people, Shikha and Ravish. If the sum of their ages is 37 years, find their present age. What is their present age? So I'm writing Shikha's age. Shikha is 3 years younger to her brother Ravish. So 3 years younger means Shikha's age plus 3 will give me Ravish age. Okay, because she's younger, 3 years younger to Ravish. So if Ravish is 10, she has to be 7. So that's the relationship they have. So I know Shikha's age is plus his Ravish age. So I'm taking, let Ravish age be, no, let Shikha's age be x. Okay, so let Shikha's age be x. Then Ravish age will be x plus 3, right? Now let's read the second line. If the sum of their ages is 37 years. So what is the sum of their ages? So Shikha's age is X, Ravi's age is 6 plus 3, and their sum is 37, right? So 2x plus 3 is equals to 37. I'll take 3 on the other side, which will give me 37 minus 3 is equals to 2x. 2x 37 minus 3 will give me 34. So x is equals to 34 divided by 2, which will give me 17. So Shikha's age is 17 years and Ravish's age is how much? 17 plus 3 will give me 20 years. Okay, so this is your answer. That's it, guys. I have solved all the questions. I want all of you to go through your paper which you have submitted, see what mistakes you have done, redo all those questions in your notebook and send it to me. Thank you. Bye.